Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You'll see this face. You'll hear this voice. You'll know it's Saturday. It's 8 a.m. It's time for Solid Saturday. She's up. She's loud. She's perky. She's excited. Because technology is working. And we are here. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Woo! I'm excited. Good morning to my animal kingdom. One of my babies is on their way to the vet. Oh, hope you have a good checkup. They called me this morning. Like, when they texted me this morning, it was like, I'll be listening. I won't be on because I gotta take Luke, which is a dog, to the vet. I was like, oh, I am so loved. So good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today's gonna be a great day because we serve a great God. And what? What else? What else? What else? The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. I'm excited about a lot of stuff and a lot of things. So if I'm babbling, just babble with me. Just nod your head. Just follow. Just follow. Just follow. It's all gonna make sense. It's all gonna connect. All right. So okay. I'm just checking and looking and checking, making sure that it stays. Well, good morning, E. E's back with us today. You know, she was out with family. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think I did okay without you. I think. Right. All right. So, kingdom blessings, everyone. Of course, by now you know I am your host, CHERISE Stevenson, your life strategist, and welcome to Solid Saturday. You want to know why I'm excited? Because Solid Saturday is now 4 years old. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Every year it sneaks up on me. I planned absolutely nothing for the anniversary. I was just sitting here the other day and was like, oh, we done made 4 years. Thank God for Facebook memories, because I always remember after the fact. So if you guys follow me on social media, I actually posted the very first Solid Saturday Live. I think it was like maybe a half an hour. Right now we don't went from a half an hour to an hour, right? Oh, what a difference. We went from 20. I was supposed to do it for 21 weeks because there's 21 weeks in a book, and here we are at 4 years. So this is year 4. Still season 6, and our theme is still free, focused, and favored. Free, focused, and favored. You know, my favorite word is focus because that's my weakest area of discipline. For you, it may be none of the above. For you, it just may be one word, but whatever it is, that's our God-given theme for this season. Free, favored, and focused. So, Solid Saturday is a platform of growth and encouragement that was birthed from the 3rd installment of Unnamed and Unwanted, the trilogy. I Know Who I Am, the process to positivity. That's my name. See that? I did that. That's my name right there. See, I see that? That's me. It is not the only process, but it is a process on becoming bigger, better, greater. Thank you, E. We use this moment as a mirror, not to look at ourselves, but to look within ourselves through aspirations, which are our quotes, our inspirations, which are our scriptures, and our affirmations, which we speak over ourselves. So this is a place where we challenge you to make a choice to change. Doesn't have to be a big change. Doesn't even have to be a noticeable change for people, but it should be about you and yourself. You know what? I don't like my conversation. I don't like my tone. Let me just try to fix that when I talk to people. Or I cuss entirely too much. Let me kind of calm that down. Bigger, better, greater. No effort is undermined or not important or unmentionable. It's for you. Your bigger, better, greater should be about you first. If it's important to you, then it's a big deal. We didn't even think about other people. We got to work from the inside out. So we challenge you to make a choice to change. Morning, Tiff. We challenge you to make that change. You know, it could be something as minute as I find myself slouching all the time. Let me fix my posture. Do it for you. I do that with me. My back, I do that with me all the time. If I find myself slouching, let me fix that. Because it's about you. It's always about you. Just before, don't even ever get it twisted. Because you can't be good to nobody else until you're good to yourself first. So it's always about you. I wish I could go back into the 80s. Oh, you think you all of that? Be like, yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Because I have an answer for that now. Because back then I would just punch you in the mouth. But I'm better. Bigger, better, greater. See? Bigger, better, greater. So we challenge you to make a choice to change. So please understand that what you see is what you get. And what you hear is exactly what you heard. This is not replay. This is not preview. This is not pre-written, pre-scripted. It just flows. So if I have to apologize, I apologize, I guess. No. But I am who I am. I am who I am. I do my best to tell the truth. Not too much truth, because some truth will probably lead to judgment. But again, I don't care, because it's my truth. Right, so here we are. I told you, happy anniversary to me. Well, honestly, happy anniversary to us. Let me just quickly shout out my team Legacy, because none of this would be possible. Excuse me, I'm dealing with allergies. None of this would be possible without them. So there's Colleen Wright, there's Erica Parker, who you always hear me talking to. There's Alicia Kears, there's Roberta Johnson, there's Liz Wilson. And that's my core. You're going to always hear me talk about them, talking to them, because that is my core. And then there's others in the background, like there's Tina Wilson, there's Ebony Fields, and there's Vanessa Bennett. And there's on again, off again. What is Robert's last name, Erica? There's Robert. And then there's my nephew, Parrish. And they're just waiting in the wind for when I need them, because they do specific stuff. That's dealing with more digital, detailed stuff and finances and Robert Welch. And they give me ideas of scenography and stuff. They're here. If I need them and I call them, they're here. So shout out to Legacy and my team. I love you guys so much. This is our 4-year anniversary. I don't care if you just united with us 2 days ago. You are a part of Legacy. And I just want you to know that I love you. I appreciate you. And without y'all, there would be no me. There would be no us. So yes, I just gave a whole daytime Emmy speech, because this is what they do. So this is what we do, right? So with that being said, of course, you know, we're praying. I've changed my prayer from pray for the government to just pray for the world. There is so much going on in so many different places. Do you know right up the block from me, literally walking distance? You heard it on the news A man stole an SUV with a 2-year-old in it that was literally up the block from me. How you just gonna walk into an SUV that don't belong to you in the middle of the day and steal it with a kid in it? Are you nuts? Pray for the world. Pray for the world. Pray for your churches, your pastors, your covering, your connections. Good morning, Divine Destiny Cathedral, Bishop and First Lady Jones, and to my parents, Nanny and Pop. You know I love you. Pray for those who are in authority. That's everybody from the UN to the White House to the government officials to your churches to your jobs to the police department, the fire department, sanitation, anybody who has an office of authority. Even if you're a single mom, you are the authoritative figure of your household. Pray for authority, because there's stuff that we used to do yesterday that we can't do today because they are very pen happy over at 1600. So we gotta pray, and please continue to keep me in your prayers. Like I said, things are happening. I got decisions to make, and I just need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing that's beneficial for all of us. This week, birthday announcements. I really can't think of anybody besides my daddy. My daddy's birthday is Monday. My daddy's birthday is Monday. You know, my daddy's girl. You already know. You know I love my daddy. My daddy, not my pop with Nanny and Pop. Those are my God-given parents. My daddy, Isaiah Stevenson, his birthday is Monday. And I know it's Cinco de Mayo, but it's also my daddy's birthday. Announcements. First of all, this is, I believe, I need to put that up. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's also Mental Health Month, Mental Health Awareness. Is it this month? I used to think it was in November, but it might. I keep seeing it. I want to put that up real quick, Erica. I'll put the other one back up in a minute. I just want to put up the mental health hotline. Enough said. So we want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge my mentor, Arlene Mitchell, who has celebrated anniversary of 6 years with her prayer ministry. That's a hard thing because nobody believes prayer is a ministry, but it is. And so happy anniversary to her. Happy anniversary to Dr. Pastor Trevi Perche with her digital magazine, COBS. It's an acronym for Circle of Boss Sisters. And that is 4 years. She's been doing this for 4 years. It's a digital magazine. You remember how we used to have Ebony and Jet and Essence magazines? Well, she has a digital magazine, and she spotlights all type of entrepreneurs. She do children. She actually has a men's column. They have a beauty column. They have an advice column. It's a magazine, and it's so good. I was one of the features in her first magazine in year 1. But it's called, the acronym is COBS, Circle of Boss Sisters. Amazing reading, amazing people. You never know who's doing what. You can find it online. It's a digital magazine, so you want to shout her out. And of course, once again, Solace Saturday has made 4 years. We started May 1st, 2021. And if you go on my page, CHERISE Stevenson, you'll see the actual very first live that I did. Such growth, such confidence now, because that first video makes me laugh. And I was like, yeah, yeah, I was told to do this. And good morning, Netta. I was told to do this, and I don't know what I'm doing. Now it's like, all right, let's go. We got things to do and people to see and places to go. So thank you guys again for sticking with me for 4 years. I hope there's been some words of encouragement, growth. I hope there was some love shown, some support shown. I hope you're embracing your bigger, better, greater, because change is not easy. Change is not easy. Trust me, change is not easy. I was supposed to do this for 21 weeks, and here we are at 4 years. So change is not easy, but it definitely takes a commitment and discipline and dedication. And so I celebrate you all as y'all celebrate me. Please also keep in mind we fast on Wednesdays. This is becoming our lifestyle. I shouldn't have to tell you every week. When you hear Wednesday, be like, oh, fasting. Plain and simple. From 6 to 6. Stop doing something. Stop watching ratchet TV. Stop eating snacks. Stop. Stop doing something. Just stop from 6 to 6 on Wednesdays. Or you can start doing something. Start reading your word more. Start listening to gospel music more. Start disciplining yourself. Have less coffee. Something. Do something on Wednesdays that show God that you trust him for your bigger, better, greater. Okay? Next Saturday, we will be on next Saturday. I know that's Mother's Day weekend. We will be on next Saturday. Okay, because I don't want nobody to say, I don't know if we was going to be on or not. We will be on next Saturday. Okay? However, I'm telling you now, we're discussing the movie Sinners. It's a must. It's an absolute must. We're discussing the movies. So if you haven't seen it, please see it. Because I don't want to give out no spoilers. But I'm telling you now, we're discussing the movie Sinners. It's a must that we have this discussion. All right? So that's what we're doing next week. And I believe that is all of the announcements, and we can get into the book. Where are we, Erica? Because I have no idea. Is this week 6, right? Is that where we are? Erica, I'm lost. Oh, okay. Week 6. All right. Yep. She said we have week 6. You know why? Because we try to do it, and then technology was at its best because it was at its worst. And we had no sound. And I gave up the ghost. I did. I gave up the ghost, and we didn't do it. And then it was time for Jamal, right? So, which was amazing. Y'all got to tune in for Saturdays. I'm telling you, y'all be missing it. And so I forgot where we were. Oh, there it is. Week 6, part 2. Okay. So we are in the book. And we can now put up our aspiration. Right? And I'm going to read it to you in your hearing. It says, be brave, be bold. Never allow fear to dictate your choices. Use your voice and trust in your abilities. Here we go again. Last week we talked about abilities, right? So last week it was, no longer will I doubt my abilities. So after you done told yourself that all week long, now here we are with trust your abilities. Because you got to fill the void. This is why this platform is so, you can't just empty out and then don't ask God to fill it back up, right? You're still thirsty. If you have a glass of water and you dump it out, but you're still thirsty, right? So you go get you some juice. You got to fill it up with something, right? So because we're no longer doubting our abilities, we now have to fill that void of doubt with trust. So now we're trusting in our abilities. And how do we trust our abilities? Use your voice. Tell yourself, I trust in myself. I trust my abilities. Use your voice. Can I just give you all an example? I don't know if I shared this already. I don't know if it's too soon to say it again, but I'm going to say, good morning, Trish. Right? So, my church just finished a 21-day consecration, right? And I was just feeling some kind of way. This consecration was very different for me. I'm usually on it. No eating, no this, no that, whatever. But that's not how God wanted to deal with me this year. So in Bible study, my bishop is teaching us how to thrive in 2025. It's not just a cliche, it's a lifestyle for us. He's teaching us how to wait, how to be patient, how to persist, how to maintain, what to do, what not to do to the best of your ability, right? So I posed a question and it seemed really redundant, but it was the breakthrough that I needed. And sometimes you just got to do what you got to do for your bigger, better, greater. So I asked my bishop, I was like, well, how do you trust? Right, how do you trust? Because sometimes you think you know you're doing it and you probably are doing it, but life and circumstances will have you thinking, well, maybe I'm not doing it, or maybe I'm not doing it enough, or maybe, what is it? And he told me that, what I thought it was, stay in your word, stay consistent, be disciplined, be dedicated, stay prayerful. But then once he said that, I was like, so what is it that I need to change? It's something I'm missing it. You know how you get so close and then you just, like writer's block. If you ever had to write a paper or study for a test and your mind just goes blank, that's how I was feeling. And God told me to change my verbiage. And he said the same thing. He confirmed what Bishop said, change your verbiage. So we say, I believe God. I believe God. I believe God. But you do know that sometimes when in your belief, there's space for doubt. There's a little space for doubt. Not that you should not believe, because you should, but you gotta make sure you stand flat foot in that belief. This is why you can't always stay in belief. You got to stand on what you know. If you know God as a healer, if you know God as a provider, if you know God as a burden bearer, then nothing else can shake you. Because when you come through that experience again, you're strong in that. So I was like, well, God, what is it? And it was my trust. My trust was weak. So I had to change my conversation from God, I believe you, to God, I trust you. Hands down. I'm all in. And every day I started saying, God, I trust you. God, I trust you. And for me, the moment I changed my verbiage, stuff started happening. I got the phone call. I got the emails. I got the documentations that I needed. And I was like, wow. Use your voice. You got to use your voice. But with your voice, you got to be careful what you're saying. You got to be careful what you're saying. Got to be careful what you're saying. I don't care what nobody say. Words have power. Words have power. My next challenge for myself, because that was a challenge for me. My next challenge for myself is to stop saying I'm tired. And I know it sounds redundant and I know it sounds kind of dumb, but the more I say I'm tired, the more tired I feel. You got to stop. And I know, even though that's how you feel, I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. And if you do feel tired, I'm a little tired, but God is my strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. I just can't end, I'm tired. You can't put a period there. Everything is not period. Ugh. You can't stay on I'm tired. I'm tired, but you got to put a comma there. You got to put a conjunction there. But conjunction, junction, what's your function? Because I know somebody was singing it, right? You got to put a conjunction there. See, them Saturday mornings, we need that back, right? But the joy of the Lord is my strength. Or I'm leaning on the strength of the Lord. Say something. You got to end on a positive note. You got to use your voice. Never allow fear to dictate your choices. Don't be afraid. Be bold, be brave. It's okay to admit your truth. It's okay to admit your truth because I'm tired. But the joy of the Lord is my strength. But I shall get it done. But it's not going to be like this always. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying to negate how you feel. I'm just saying don't stay there. Like go through. Go through. Because in your go through, you're learning your stuff. You're getting an experience with God. You're getting a moment with God. You're getting to see God move on your behalf. So go through. Embrace that. Just don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Don't let your go through become so familiar to you that it plays Jedi mind games with you that you think this is it. This is all that you are worth. This is all you can accomplish. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you want more, go after your more. I told you this is my season of abundance. Didn't I tell you the other week I am this close? Can you see my fingers? I am this close. This close. You see that? I'm this close. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to turn back now. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to stop. Even though I'm tired, but I will not stop. See that? I will not stop. And this is how you use your voice. Use your voice boldly. Use your voice bravely. Sometimes you got to stand alone. I've been doing that a lot lately. And it's okay. Because I know what God says about me. I know what God feels about me. And I'm starting to believe it. Believe it or not. At this late. Well, for me, I feel like it's late because I've been in church all my life. But being in church and church being in you is two different things. Good morning, Derek. I'm praying for you. I am. I just told somebody, be careful what you say. Don't tell people you're praying for them and you're not. Tell them you hope everything is all right. But good morning, Derek. I'm praying for you and your family. I'm so sorry. If you need me, hit me up. But you got to use your voice. You got to use your voice. I had the most, I don't want to say argument, but I will say discussion about something that happened at a event. At an event, and I heard my growth in the conversation, and I was just like it was so serious to me that I spoke to my bishop about it. And it was a situation that happened among some people that were in authority, and I felt they didn't handle it appropriately. And I was like, okay, so what part of the Bible are you teaching? Are we not one and the same? Are we not supposed to respect authority regardless? Isn't that what Christians are supposed to do? Oh. So in that conversation, I've lost, well, they were friends, I guess, acquaintances, whatever. But now that I've heard your voice and your mindset, yeah, we can't rock out. Because either you're gonna stand by the whole entire Bible or you're not. You can't be in the middle. If God gives us options, what makes you think I'm not going to give you an option? You either be one way or the other. You can't be saved and backflips on Sunday and then do what you want to do Monday through Saturday. Why You want to teach about prosperity, which is a good thing. Please don't get it twisted, because I want my good things. But then when it comes to being disciplined and accountable and respectful and respecting those of authority, oh, you don't read that portion of the Bible. The Bible teaches on that too. And us being Christ-like, we're supposed to be the better person, regardless. And if some of you who are on here, if you have social media, I'm sure you're seeing the clip. And if you're listening to me, you'll have put 2 to 2 together and got 4, or you probably got 22. I don't know how you flow, but you know what I'm talking about. Ain't no way in the world. And we moving because I feel me getting stuck. So you gotta use your voice. Be brave, be bold. Morning, Bird. Be brave, be bold. Make your confessions known, right? Admit your failures, admit your shortcomings, admit it, and then ask God to help you. Let the joy of the Lord be your strength. Use your voice. Trust your ability. Last week, we said we will no longer doubt our abilities. So stop telling yourself you can't do something. Have you even tried? Have you tried? Because it sounds a little off? Because it's something that you wouldn't have thought about doing? Is it? Try it. But because we're casting away doubt, we gotta fill it with trust. Use your voice and trust in your abilities. That's this week's lesson. That's so funny to me. And when I tell you God put this book together, couldn't nobody do it but him. Because this is hilarious to me. I'm like, really? Last week we was getting rid of doubt. Now this week we're going to fill that space of doubt with trust. God, you got jokes. God wants us to be bigger, better, greater. Didn't I give you the scripture for that? Do I still have it up here? Philippians 2:13. It's God's good pleasure that we be blessed. He wants to do it. He wants to do it for us, and he wants to do it through us. Just I love God. I love God. And and I laugh and I smile and I exhale, because there was times where I wasn't laughing, I wasn't smiling, I wasn't exhaling, and I was carrying all that weight, that fear, where it says, never allow fear to dictate your choices. Fear controlled everything I did, I said and did. Yeah, but I don't know how that's going to turn out, so I ain't doing it. Yeah, I'm not taking that exam for that promotion, so I'm not going to do it. Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that because I don't know the outcome. Do it! Everybody is not going to be wrong. And we say that about negative stuff, right? Well, if everybody's calling you a liar, then everybody ain't going to be wrong. If everybody's calling you a supervisor or a manager, everybody ain't going to be wrong. They see something in you. And I wish I would have known that some time ago, but I let fear dictate my choices. But thank God. Who was it? Netta. Netta said, time takes time. I love that. And thank God that God is time. And it's therefore, because I trust God, my decisions are never late. It's always right on time. Maybe I needed time to mature in handling the outcome. Oh, Bert. Oh, Trish. Yes, Trish, do it afraid. Bert, listen, I'm glad you're on. You never know. You have all these wonderful ideas and things, and prioritize. Pray, prioritize, plan. Who was that? Colleen, when we had our platform, right? I'm telling you, Solid Saturday be helping the people. I never saw myself as a full-blooded entrepreneur. I got about 4 or 5 things I'm working on while I'm in school. You got to have more than one stream of income. Got to. Got to. Got to. In order for you to be able to exhale, you got to. Now, if you just want to exist, then you go ahead and exist. Yes. Pray, prioritize, and plan. I keep telling you, God is not going to give you a passion about a purpose and then don't make provision for it. You gotta do 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 it. Just use your voice. Be brave. Be bold. Never allow going from this day forward. Never allow fear to dictate your choices. You got to get free. You got to stay focused. See, free, favored, and focused. Once you get free and get focused, favor will follow. Do you see how that works? When I tell you God be doing his thing on Solace Saturday, and with that, we're going to move right into our inspiration. I'm going to read it and you'll hear it as it goes across the screen. Finally, my brethren, and brethren is just for everybody. It's not just about the men. So calm down. Be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. So now we got to be brave, be bold, and be strong. Be brave, be bold, and be strong. Good morning, Key. I love this. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We can't see ourselves even when we look in the mirror. Our vision of ourselves is not what others see, but God sees us, knows us, and has got us. And you know what else, Netta? When we look at ourselves, we see our past. When we look at ourselves, we see our failures. When we look at ourselves, right, that we see that. We see that. This is why this platform is important. This is why the word of God is so important. This is why. Yes, Bert. Honey, Bert, I'm going into the studio tonight. If you don't know, Bert got a beautiful ear for music, so she's anointed in that area. She what is that lady's name? That young girl name that's with Maverick. You knew about her years before she even got with Maverick. What is her name? Bert? One of the lead singer. Naomi Rain. I want to say her name was Rain something. Naomi Rain. There it is. Bert spotted that young lady years ago and said, watch her. And we've been watching her. And she got Grammys. I think she's working on a solo project now, right? Anyway, God sees our heart. He's the only one that really can see our heart, too. Because the heart is deceitful. The heart wants what the flesh wants, not what the soul wants. It's tricky. This is why you got to learn who you are. You got to learn who you are in God and what you are able to do. You got to trust your abilities, yours. Just like I just said, Berta got a beautiful ear for music. I make a joyful noise unto the Lord. See the difference? Love to sing. Yeah, but it's a joyful noise unto the Lord. Every now and again, got to anoint a vocal, and I do all right. But Bert got a beautiful ear for vocals, instruments, arrangements. That's her ability. That ain't me. That ain't me. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to know who you are. You got to get to know who you are. What did Jamel say last week? How do you work? What is your experience? What is your gift? What is your talent? We read the Bible as an example, not for us to become the people, not for us to become them people, I could read about Ruth. I could read about Naomi. I could read about Rahab. I could read about Jezebel. But I'm not trying to become the people. They are our examples. I got to find out who Cherise is, just like Roberta got to find out who Roberta is, and Erica got to find out who Erica is, and Tiffany got to find out who Tiffany is. You got to have your own testimony and your own experience with God and your own walk with God. And then if we all walking and I run into you and you run into me, it's like, hey, then it becomes, well, how, we can walk together. You understand what I'm saying? And we compliment each other and we hold each other up and we support each other. Constructive criticism, because it's needed. Constructive criticism. It's needed. Not deterioration. Not, oh, that's stupid. Why would you do that? Not that. Not, but did you weigh the pros and cons? Did you check the finances? Did you check the demographics? Did you check the longevity? Did you check? Because that's what I got to do. As entrepreneurs, as business people, even if you were a Fortune 500 company, how long are you going to be the food guy? You don't want a restaurant? Maybe, maybe not. But how long are you going to be the secretary? You don't want to be the executive? You don't want to be the COO? How long are you going to be the receptionist? We just get to push the button to open the door. And now you don't even have a reception because now you got a card key. So you are eliminated. We have to find out who we are, because longevity is attached to that. Life is attached to that. I won't be able to make it or be able to sustain if I try to do what Roberta do, because that's not who I am. Am I making any kind of sense? Because I need you to get this. I need you. That's why I was like, help y'all pray for me, because I got some decisions to make. I have decisions to make. Some stuff has been said to me. Some ideas have been thrown at me. I got to see if that's the plan of God. I got to see if that's the next move, the next level. I got to make sure that is right for me, because I got to carry that. Am I going to pursue it? It's a lot. It's a lot. People think I'd be at home doing nothing, but in my nothingness, I'm thinking, I'm plotting, I'm writing, I'm doing them. Because it got to be right. And it got to be God. It got to be godly ordained, because only what you do for Christ will last. It's more than a song. It's more than a scripture. Only what you do for Christ will last. Because I got to make sure, even though it sounds good, like, oh, yeah, let's do that. I got to make sure it's right. I got to make sure it's right. I'm going to post this because Berta took her time and wrote it, and I want to see what she said. We had to know the difference between constructive criticism and hating. Okay, everybody isn't jealous. Sometimes people who care genuinely may be looking out for your best interest. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with all of that. There's no need to even expound on that. It is what it is. Some people don't even know what you're talking about. Like, oh, okay. Like, she doing what? Oh, okay. All right, okay. That's what you want to do? Oh. Right. And be open to who helps you, because you'll get more help from strangers than you will from people that you know. Ask me how I know. Okay. That's for another platform. It's already 8:45. But there's people that I know to this very day that still don't have my book. And I wrote my first book in 2017. It is 2025. And I'm going to leave it there. But I've got more outsiders. I got people from GoDaddy, where I pay my bills. They brought my book. They brought my book while I was online paying my bill. I don't know these people. I registered my book in the Library of Congress. The gentleman who was helping me get my papers and stuff done, he brought the book. So, and I'm going to leave it there. But you are absolutely right, Bert. Absolutely. Absolutely. And everything that I'm saying to you to do, and I'm challenging you to do, you got to do it in the power of the Lord and his might. Because there's just some things you're not going to be able to do on your own. This is where prayer comes in. You got to talk to God. God, help me. God, help me with controlling my attitude. God, help me with less procrastination. God, help me in making the right decision. God, help me. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I do? Should I not do? Should I start? Should I stop? It's just, God, help me make the right choice. God, is this the right spouse? God, is this the right? Is this the right diet plan? God, do I really need to buy these $300 sneakers right now? Not that I cannot have them, but do I need them right now? That's the conversation I've been having with myself lately. I can have it. Do I need it right now, though? You didn't say I couldn't have it, but do I need it right now? God, get that prayer like 2-3 times a week. Hey, Collins. God, I'm going to go back to school. Help me. Help me choose the right school. I told you my testimony about my school, right? Came to me through a freaking commercial. Enough said. Enough said. And now, I get excited because I walk in November. Y'all gonna have to do Solid Saturday by yourselves in November because I'm gonna be an absolute fool. You hear me? Okay. But anyway, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. There are some things that you can do on your own, but then there's some things that you gotta go to God. You gotta go to God. You gotta go to God. There's just no other way. Otherwise, you're gonna stay right in this cycle. In this cycle. Why I can't lose weight? Why am I always angry? Why I keep picking the wrong partner? Why I can't finish school? Why I can't get a promotion at job? And you know why you need God? Because there's some things you're not going to want to deal with on your own. You can talk yourself out of stuff, but you can't out-talk God. You can't out-talk God. God is going to tell you what's right and what's wrong. This is what happens when you're bigger, better, greater. I am loving these testimonies today. You sure was. And you met me. Yes, Netta. And again, I am so appreciative of you and your office because I wouldn't have made it without your office and that jar of candy. I wouldn't have made it. Thank you for that season of my life. Thank you, Trish. Yes, Lord. I'm going to be boo-boo the fool all on this platform. You're going to have to talk among yourselves. But we'll get there. We will get there. I will keep you posted with that. I try not to talk about it too much because I get, as you can see, I get excited, I get emotional, then my eyes get soggy. And so, but it took me a long time. It took me a long time to get here. And this is why you got to be bold and be brave and be strong in the Lord. And you got to talk to God. Because for a long time, I was in school for business administration. And I was just going because I thought, Cherise thought that's what she was supposed to do because Cherise been working for Fortune 500 companies all her life. So why not? You deal with finances, you in that vein, you da-da-da-da-da. Just get a degree in administration. You just be the head administrator or da-da-da-da-da. And I was doing it because that's what I knew to do. It was familiar to me. It wasn't until I took a course in psychology. Excuse me, dealing with allergies. Oh, gosh. I took a course in psychology and stuff started. I was like, "Ooh, our interest was touched and tweaked," and so I was like, "I like this. I like this a lot. I like where this is going." And then I wrote my books. I wrote the first one, and that was something else. And then I was like, "Okay, I want to be a motivational speaker." And then I was like, "Okay, well, because I want to bring awareness to verbal and emotional abuse. I want to do that because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. There was a lot of stuff that was going on with me that I didn't like. And then I started seeing me or my actions through other people. I was like, okay, well, that's how I am. That's who I am. That's all that. No, baby, that's not you. Something hurt you. So I wanted to get to the root of that. And that led me to taking more psychology classes. So now here I am. Now here I am getting my degree in psychology. Because that's an interest to me. That's where my passion is at. Didn't I tell you God's not going to give you a passion about a purpose and don't make provision for it? I don't know if you was here and then we're going to move, but somebody need to hear this testimony. When God gives you a passion about a purpose and make provision for it, this is what I mean. I saw the commercial for Southern New Hampshire University, made the phone call. School was getting ready to start in a few weeks. I hadn't even done my financial aid yet. The people were so, I guess, moved by me talking to them that I was able to register for school with no money. The money came after the fact. Oh, okay. Because I was like, I gotta start school. I want to go. God is not going to give you passion about a purpose and don't make provision for it. The financial aid came 2 weeks later. You got to be brave. You got to be bold. You got to be strong. And you got to do it in the might of the Lord, in the power of his might. There's just something, you got to use your voice. I was talking to them people. I was like, look, I understand. School starts on Monday. I got to get in this class. I got to start on Monday. Otherwise, it's not going to work. They was like, well, Jesus, we got to get this girl in school. Yes, because I now I'm focused. I know what I want. I want this. This is what I want. It's only going to take me a certain amount of time because I don't want to be in school for the rest of my life, and I need to walk here. And that's exactly what's happening. You got to use your voice. You got to be bold. You got to be brave. You got to be strong. Honey, when I said, look at him. Honey, that favor of God is something serious. You hear me? Look at me. And I'm in it. I'm in it. And I share because I want y'all to get excited. I want somebody, well, if he did it for her, he can do it for me. Absolutely. I'm not bragging, but I am. I'm bragging on him and his power. I'm bragging on him and his favor on my life. I'm bragging. Yes, I am. I'm not gloating, but I'm bragging. I'm bragging on God. This is what happens when you're dedicated and you're committed and you're honest and you're transparent with him, not me. I'm just a coach in this game. I'm just going to push you. I'm going to give you the instructions. I'm going to give you the play. You can go out there and act like boo-boo the fool if you want to, but I did my job. My job is a coach. I told you how to do what to do. I told you to go to the left. You want to go to the right. That's on you. But you can't say this loud, light-skinned young lady did not say X, Y, and Z. But like she told us, I'm here as a first partaker. I am here as an example. Because you may or may not be in church. You may or may not have a relationship with God. You may or may not. This stuff I done solely on God. And I told you that testimony last time. That whole notary thing is opening up so many doors for me right now. I am connected to so many projects that's about to blow up. Whoo! I promise you I don't know what I'm doing. But it was God. I was like, why would you put that in my spirit? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what to do with that. Thank God for Google. There is some good in Google. Okay, great. I called a close friend of mine. They were like, do it. I called my bishop. He was like, oh God, yes, do it. That's an answer prayer. I was just praying about that. What do you mean you was just praying about that? Say less. I went and did it. I'm a licensed notary, and I'm about to expound on that. In the power of his might. Because I still don't know what I'm doing. Please trust and believe. But it's working for me. Because like Berta said, the favor of God is something serious. He's not going to give you passion about a purpose and don't make provision for it. And with that, because I don't want us to not do our homework, as one of my sisters always call it, we're going to go to our affirmation. Oh, I've been screaming all day, right? I just saw it. This is what you get to speak over yourself. Better. My neighbors are sick of me for screaming. It's coming from me because I trust God. The end. That's my affirmation. I need you to put your, I want to see what you're decreeing and declaring today. Better is coming for me because, and I don't care if you watch the replay or YouTube, because I come back and I check the comments. I want to see what your better is. I want to hear you decree and declare some things. But right now, while we still got a few minutes left, I want you to put it in the comments. Better is coming for me because I am committed. Better is coming to me because I'm changing. Better is coming to me because I want it. Better is coming for me because, fill it in. This is why the book is written like the way it's written. This is why you need the book, because sometimes you got to write stuff down. I start the sentence and you fill it in, because only you can speak over yourself. Only you can speak over yourself. My neighbors, I know, they should be used to it. They should be used to it, Collins. I've been in here screaming for years. Better is coming for me because I finally realized that I deserve it. I've earned it. God has kept me through enough foolishness. Some I created, because we don't want to talk about that part, even the part that you played in your foolishness. And some I definitely didn't deserve. Better is coming. Yep, here go one. Thank you for listening. Better is coming to me because God's plan for me is greater than anything I could ever come up with on my own. Let's go. I love it. Because you got to say it and you got to trust it. Better is coming for me because I trust God to increase my finances. Love it. Let's go. Better is coming for me because I'm finally surrendering my all to God. I scream because I know Collins. I love it. I love it. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, this platform challenge you to make a choice to change. That's a choice. I celebrate your choice, Collins. It's a choice. People think, oh, just because you're in church. No. Surrender is a choice. Ask the police. If you don't surrender, what they do? They shoot you in your face. They shoot you in the back. They don't care. It's a choice. I'm excited. That means a lot to me. Better is coming from me because I am blessed and highly favored. Yes. I love it. I love it. Better is coming for me because I got a made up mind. Better is coming for me because I'm going to be brave about it. I'm going to be bold about it. I'm going to be strong in the might of the power of the Lord. And I'm going to use my voice. And I'm going to use my voice to recite his words. He said I can have it, then I want it. Philippians 2:13. Philippians 2:13. Philippians 2:13. He wants me to have it. Better is coming from me because I prayed and acknowledged God. Yes. Better. You know that's my mantra. Bigger, better, greater. Bigger, better, greater. And you shall have what you say. Why? Because you're using your voice. You're going to be brave about it. You're going to be bold about it. You're going to be strong about it. Didn't I tell you I had to tell those financial aid people I need to start school? I'm not getting off this phone until I'm registered for a class. I'm not. It was like, hold on, please. I hope this platform was a blessing to you. I am like on cloud 2010 right now. So I'm just going to, because I believe this thing. I'm watching it unfold. I am watching it manifest right before my eyes. I'm going to put this last one up and then there's coming for me because I want bigger, better, greater. Yes. You got to want it. You got to want it. Because God, why would I not want what God wants for me? That's crazy. Philippians 2:13. I can't say it enough. Read it. Memorize it. If you don't know nothing else, God wants me to have it. How do I go about getting it? That's it. But I hope this was an encouragement for you. I'm excited. Oh, thank you, Collins. I'm so happy that you're here. I really am. Y'all don't know. Collins is a day one. Collins is a day one for me where we couldn't spell the word struggle with 2 G's because it was just too much. We had to only use one. Okay. So I'm glad that he's here with me and supporting me. You know how I feel about my male audience. So thank you, Collins. So next week, you know, it's Mother's Day weekend. You know, my emotions are down. But we are discussing the movie Sinners. Let me tell y'all, if you got a Fire Stick, it's already on and you can watch it on your Fire Stick. But it behooves you to go to the movie theater so you can get the full impact of the IMAX because it was made for IMAX. But we are discussing Sinners next weekend. I implore you to be here. Whoo! That's a movie of movies when I tell you. But until next week, y'all stay safe, stay encouraged. Thank you for being here today. I love you guys so, so much. And until next week, I love you. Bye-bye.